So could we call the people who listen to this podcast, could we call them, what's it called? What's the podcast?
Don't Laugh But.
No, that's fine.
You forgot what it's called.
Just had a moment. I had a moment.
Uh-huh.
Could we call them Don't Laugh Butters?
But
I love that. I thought about that the other day.
Done. Consider it done.
Thank you.
When you say people who listen to this podcast, you mean my son and your mum?
Yes.
Yeah.
They are our biggest fans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't Laugh Buttheads. No, it's too harsh.
Don't Laugh Butters.
Okay, fine.
Because it could be just Butters for short.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're listening to Don't Laugh But with Rebecca Elliott and Kirsty Hudson, creating their own unique twatmosphere for your listening pleasure.
Welcome to Don't Laugh But.
A podcast straight from the Twatmosphere.
Hey!
Boom, boom. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey. Right, so today we're talking about movies.
We're at the movies.
Already I'm concerned because I just know that most of this conversation is going to be me going, what's that person's name? What's that film called? Because I don't remember directors' names.
No.
I don't remember actors' names. So it might be fun, is all I'm saying. Just, it might be frustrating.
I know. See, I was about to say we should mention at this point the guy who directed Boys in the Hood died this week, and I can't remember his name. He's like one of my favourite directors. Yeah, he died this week. I love that movie. That's one of my favourite movies.
I've never seen it.
You've not seen Boys in the Hood?
No, I don't know. It's a classic. I've never seen it.
It's a classic.
It's a classic.
It's very good.
I was going to go through our top 5 films.
Okay.
But I tried to write a list of my top 5 films, and it's problematic because I get to just about 20 and then start again. But I think the top 5 films in your life are not necessarily the top 5 films that you think are the best films.
No, absolutely.
Like, not by any means.
No.
If someone asks me, what's your favourite film? I tend to say Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Right.
Which is up there.
Yes.
But actually, it's Dirty Dancing.
Is your top favourite film ever?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I know it's crap, right? Not crap, but I know it's not like a great film. But I can just talk along with the film like a favourite song. I know all the words. I started watching it when I was about 9 or 10. Which seems weird because it's a 15.
Yes.
With my best friend. And I think we watched it every day for about a year after school.
I have a favourite film like that. Mine is Grease.
Good film.
It's my favourite film of all time.
Very
and
good
I
film.
I can talk along the whole... I mean, I could do it for you now. I could do all of the parts for you now. I love that film. And I acted that out with some friends of mine when I was living in Holland.
Okay.
And they'd come over and we would act it out. And I always played Kaniki and Danny.
Really? You didn't want to play the main character? Was it Sandy?
Danny is the main character. Then I would become...
Yeah, but the main female character.
No, because Kaniki and Danny are much more interesting. Like Danny,
well, that's true. But isn't that often the way in films? The male characters are a bit more interesting.
Well, yeah.
That's part of the problem.
Well, I think that's it. I think that is changing more and more now.
I think it is changing, but now we get that kind of, it's got a strong female lead character.
I know.
Like all females are strong. What do you mean by strong?
I know. I know it's not a movie. They talked about that a lot in Killing Eve. Like it's a strong female. Have you seen Killing Eve?
Yeah. I love Killing Eve.
You know how it's a strong female.
And then they'll ask the actress, how does it feel to play a strong female character? But you wouldn't ask a male actor that.
No.
About any character, because what is a strong? It's just a female character.
It's just a woman.
You're saying that normally women are pathetic?
I know.
But this is, out of the ordinary because this is a strong one.
I know because, look how in Greece she just turned into that phenomenally strong one. I mean, she was quite Sandra Dee.
Yeah, she does look cool at the end.
She went on a journey.
But then it's kind of saying, well, you can't look like, Hermione and be all bookish. You've got to wear, black and smoke.
I know, but it was a different time.
It was a different time. I do love that film.
There's nothing, you can't criticise Grease on any kind of level.
No, nothing?
Nothing. There was nothing about Grease that's wrong.
Okay.
Oh, apart from.
Apart from.
When you watch it, you realise, you go, wow, I'm loving Grease. Mm-hmm. They're all so old. They are playing.
Yeah.
They are playing
like
students, and they're all like in their 30s and 40s. It feels like, especially. Oh, do you remember the woman, Cha-Cha-Cha woman who
Cha-Cha-Cha?
Who goes to dance, and she goes to the dance.
Are you talking about the woman who's in, West Wing? My favourite TV show.
Is she?
God, this is how what's going to happen. What's her name? I love her.
I've never seen West Wing.
How can you have not seen the West Wing?
I know.
Channing. No,
Oh, not Channing Tatum. No, not that's an actor.
Okay.
No, not her.
That's not Channing.
No, not her, because Channing Tatum is actually a man.
Yes,
she is Channing. Anyway. So the woman who goes to the dance with Kaneki and then starts dancing with Danny. But do you remember her?
I do.
She literally looks like she might be 70 in that movie. When you go back, you go, yeah, like she's not. I mean, she's incredible. She's an amazing dancer. She's beautiful. She's all those wonderful things. But you think, wow, she really played a real
Stockard Channing.
She is an amazing.
Sorry,
actress.
just going back to that. I love her. My husband quite fancies her. I don't mind. It's one of those women that I that's fine.
She's kind of older now, though, right?
Yeah, she's older, but she's just cool.
Is the West Wing still on now? No, it's not still on.
It's not still on.
Was that Keith Sutherland?
No.
Tell me about the West Wing. Oh, I know.
It is set in the White House. Martin Sheen plays the president.
Is it dated? Would I be able to watch it now and enjoy it?
You would be able to watch it.
Would I enjoy it?
Yeah, most of the episodes I don't understand about half of it, but when you learn to just let that just wash over you,
right?
It's amazing.
I don't think we can talk about movies.
We can't talk about TV shows. We've got to talk about movies.
But I think we have to talk about one more TV show in the context of movies, and that's Game of Thrones.
Yes. Well, you're early on in it.
I'm early on.
I am way up to date, and still in shock over last night's episode.
But every episode is like a mini movie in terms like the production value and all of that.
Well, they say it's the golden age of TV because of box sets now. And because of, Game of Thrones and Stranger Things, and like the blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And I'm starting to prefer them to movies. I still love movies, big movie fan, but I like that you can really, really get into characters and really get into like a massive story arc.
I like that. But nothing beats going to the movies.
But I like going to the movies a lot.
Like, I walk into the movies and I get excited.
Do you get popcorn? Salted popcorn? Sweet
popcorn?
No,
I take snacks with me sometimes.
You're not allowed to do that.
Well, that's the kind of rebel I am, you see, living on the edge. Living on the edge. But I'm trying to not have snacks at the movies. Because you don't need to have a snack. It's difficult, though. You don't need a snack at the movie, though. You don't need it.
If I'm tense, I want to eat. And if I'm happy, I want to eat.
Yeah.
And if I'm sad, I want to eat. I think it shows more of a sort of eating problem that I have, to be fair. But I just want to eat.
I'm just going to come out there and tell you one of my favourite actors right now. I'm just going to share Seth Rogen.
Really? Why?
Yes.
I mean, he's all right. But why?
He's just funny on screen. As soon as he walks on screen, I think he did stand up first.
Okay.
I love an Adam Sandler movie. There's not an Adam Sandler movie I don't like.
Oh, I'm not a fan of Adam Sandler.
No,
I'm not. No, I don't get it.
Adam Sandler makes me happy.
Really?
Yeah, even when his films are terrible, and there are quite a lot of them.
There are a lot of them.
I just love them.
All right, we'll let you have that.
I just sat back in my chair like I'd made a really poignant point then.
You hadn't.
No.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh,
I absolutely love.
Jim Carrey
and obviously Kate Winslet, kind of playing the opposite to how they normally have played at that point. I know he's done a lot of roles since then.
That is
but at the time, like, he was the manic guy,
yes,
and she was kind of like the Sense and Sensibility kind of, and then they kind of swap roles in that. She's kind of the kind of the crazy bigger personality.
She's kind of underrated, isn't she, Kate Winslet?
I love Kate Winslet. I think she's awesome. I love Sense and Sensibility, actually, but that's a whole different thing. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, I think, gives one of the most accurate representations of a relationship with all, like, warts and all.
Right.
And the fact that the conclusion at the end is, even when they know how they're, because they've forgotten each other, basically, and they kind of see how the relationship's going to end, they know it's going to end badly, and they go, let's do it all over again.
Yeah.
Because even with all that, you just go, yeah, but it's worth it.
I know, like, totally loving someone
beautiful.
for their imperfections, like, totally loving them. Like, and that's what I love about my relationship with my husband, is that, like, he has seen me at my worst and still says, I want you.
That's nice.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
See, I think
you at your worst is going to be something horrific.
Like, because also that says, like, the enduring love story. Like, that's more exciting and beautiful than just a young rom-com kind of thing.
Exactly.
You know?
I do like a rom-com. I hate that they're called chick flicks.
Yeah.
That makes me livid.
Yeah.
My husband prefers, like, Notting Hill and stuff. I love that film, but my husband really loves that
my
film.
husband
and
loves
Jerry
that
Maguire.
film.
Like, those are our comfort films.
Absolutely.
It's just me and my husband.
Actually. My husband loves that.
I love actually, but then that's Alan Rickman, you see. Love him.
Mm-hmm.
But Jerry Maguire, I really love, Because again, it shows a different side of the relationship in that normally the happy ending of like a rom-com is like them getting married, whereas they get married really early on in the film, and for like the wrong reasons, and then it all goes tits up, and then they split up, and then his conclusion at the end is, "But I love my life, I love my wife." And
you had me at hello.
Yes, thank you. You're just going to come out with random quotes, nothing actually helpful.
I enjoy Tom Cruise. Now,
he's an absolute arse of a man, but if he's on the screen,
I know you can't watch him. I know.
He's just beautiful, and he acts.
He broke his ankle and kept acting.
Did he?
Yeah, in
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible, in the latest Mission Impossible, his ankle hit a building.
Okay.
And he broke his ankle and kept running. I mean, that is, that makes me want to be a Scientologist.
Yeah,
that's what that does.
Don't do that.
But should I become a Scientologist?
No, please, please don't.
I look good in a sailor's uniform.
In a sailor's uniform?
They wear sailor's uniforms.
Do they?
They do.
What?
Yeah, I've seen so many documentaries. I can't tell you anything about it because, like, when you watch a documentary, don't you go, wow, I've learned so much?
Yeah.
Like, I have forgotten it the next morning. Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
What films make you cry?
Oh, God, so many.
For me, if I want to have a good cry, Truly, Madly, Deeply.
Oh,
and which, again, I'm sorry, is Alan Rickman. But I'm just
film.
Crying from the off. And the way she cries with all, like, the snot bubbles.
Oh,
that's just so real.
Yeah.
And my problem, though, is that now, since Clemmy dying, if I see a sad film and start crying, my brain immediately goes back to the sadness from Clemmy dying.
Oh, absolutely.
And sometimes I just go, I don't want to cry about that. I want to cry about this.
Yeah.
But that, like, all my sadness, I think, is just pulled in one area.
Yeah, you can just put yourself straight into that situation.
Yeah.
Immediately, absolutely.
Yeah, but, it's still good to have a good cry.
I think so, and I think that is the safety about films, isn't it? That you can go, but I don't like a sad... it's not a genre I would go to.
No.
It's a sad film.
No.
I like a poignant moment in a film, and I like a learning curve in a film.
Yeah.
But I would like to say, like, when I think about my top favourite films, all the film noirs, all the heavy black and whites. No, I love popular films.
Yeah, and I think that's okay. We talk about them as, like, guilty pleasures. It's my guilty pleasure that I like Dirty Dancing. No, it's not. It's fine. It's good. Like, it's good. It makes me happy. I like black and white films too.
I really
It's a Wonderful Life. It's one of my favourite films.
Oh, see, yeah.
Does that count?
No. Because it's nothing really happened. I mean...
Nothing really happens? Everything happens in it. There's an angel that comes down and, like, takes him out of the universe.
It's not my favourite Christmas film, though, and I know it should be, but it's not.
What's your favourite Christmas film? I like Elf. Elf is funny.
I love Will Ferrell. Although, right, this is my husband and I disagree hugely on this. Like, we love Will Ferrell, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Step Brothers?
No.
It's just wrong on so many levels. There's nothing. Really? Yeah, it's like they've got...
He has made some real bad films with his mate, whose, again, name has slipped out of my head, who I really like.
With curly hair, who
does Ralph, Wreck-It Ralph.
Absolutely.
Yes, him.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Who I like, but they have made some stinkers.
Oh, and they made Step Brothers, and it is just... You just go, no. You just wouldn't act like... It's just too extreme,
Okay.
But I think he's hilarious.
I do love Will Ferrell.
And I like him when he's being serious too.
Do you find him attractive?
No.
Oh, I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
No,
I just like a funny guy. I used to fancy Chevy Chase when I was little.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He's kind of gone old now.
Well, we've all got old now. What are you talking about? Of course he's got old now.
I really fancy...
Three Amigos when I was like 9. Oh. That was where comedy was at.
See, no, Chevy Chase to me is... Chevy Chase is the one where he goes... constantly, but it's not. I want to say Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but it's not. Clearly, it's not.
No, but Ferris Bueller's Day Off is a great film.
It's a great film, but Matthew Broderick. But
we're just naming films.
Chevy Chase, come on, he does the film where he goes round the roundabout.
National Lampoons.
Vacation, and one of my husband's favourite. He likes all of those.
Yeah, I love those films. I mean, my brother used to watch those films together and can still quote them, and I like that because you bond with films. Do you want me to sort out your microphone because you are battling it?
I'm not battling. I'm having a little relationship with it.
There's some pliers. Do you want some pliers?
I don't even know what a plier is, so no.
Okay, fine. You don't know what pliers are?
I do because you're showing them to me.
I'm literally showing them to you. Like, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
What on earth is that? Tom Hanks hasn't made a bad film. And what other movie actor can you say that about?
I said Seth Rogen was my favourite actor. Tom Hanks,
he's not made a bad film.
Never made a bad film.
Are amazing.
I know.
right?
And
from Big onwards.
And I just think I would really get on with Tom Hanks.
Do you think do you think he'd get on with you?
Yeah, I think Tom Hanks.
I think you'd annoy him.
No, I don't think I would. I think Tom Hanks and I are a kinship. Like when I feel Tom Hanks, feel him. I've never felt him. I've never felt.
That's why
Tom Hanks.
you'd annoy him.
But
You'd
I
be
just
feeling him.
I'd like to feel.
You'd be like, get off, Kirsty. Stop feeling me.
I don't find him attractive.
No, I don't.
But I love him. Right, another favourite actor of mine is Madonna's ex-husband, Sean Penn.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh my God, he's an amazing actor.
He's good. What was the murder film that he was in with Susan Sarandon?
When his daughter died.
No, he was the murderer.
On
Death Row.
No.
Oh, it's really, really, really
Dead Man
good.
Walking.
Thank you.
Yes.
No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I was thinking of The Green Mile. No, it is. No, you're absolutely right.
Green Mile, great movie. Love Green Mile.
I don't know. I have issues with The Green Mile.
Why? Because Stephen King wrote it?
No, I love Stephen King. Why would I have an issue with that?
I don't know.
You said that as if I've got personal issues with Stephen King. We fell out years ago.
Yeah.
No, The Green Mile is kind of condoning the death penalty in that the guy, the big dude who's like the star of it, who has the powers and stuff, he kills basically the really horrible guy in the end, and we all kind of go yay, you know, but it's basically saying the death penalty's okay because he's dishing it out. Something a little bit off about that. Shawshank Redemption, however.
Oh, now isn't that just everyone's favourite film?
But it's boring to say that because it's everyone's favourite film.
It is.
There's a lot of Shawshank before the Redemption as well. It's a hard film to watch, isn't there?
I know, but you know, like Morgan
when he gets out of that tunnel. That's a good moment.
But there's something about Morgan Freeman that you can listen to and watch and enjoy. You know, like
I knew Andy was a good man. Was that was that good? That was. Did you think he was in the room?
I don't know where I thought I was, but I just had to compose myself after that rather disturbing moment.
That was impressive.
That was incredibly impressive. I just, you know, if Morgan Freeman...
I am known for my
If he did do those things to women that we think he did, now we know that you can just do that voice.
Oh, yeah.
I hope he didn't.
Oh, yeah. I kind of forgot about that for a moment.
I know. So, well...
Because he's a fantastic actor.
It was just your voice
and he's obviously a complete sex pest bastard.
Who?
You know, the guy from House of Cards. Come on.
Kevin Spacey.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, but what a tremendous actor.
Exactly. But now you think he did those sinister roles so well because he's actually sinister.
Oh, I don't want to.
So that's kind of ruined all those films. What
about the one where he played? Was that Kaiser Soze at the end?
Yeah.
Like that. What is that film? I'm not the Untouchables.
No.
He did touch a few. Yeah.
You're listening to Don't Laugh But, the often inappropriate and frequently ill-informed nonsense of Rebecca Elliott and Kirsty Hudson.
Where do you stand with Star Wars?
I've never seen it.
Oh my giddy gosh. Mm-hmm. How is that even a thing? How can you have got to the ripe old age of, what are you, 57, 58?
Mm-hmm.
And 45? Having not even... You must have seen it. I mean, it was always on at Christmas in my childhood. I just remember it just being on.
I don't do sci-fi.
Oh, come on. Yeah, because you haven't seen The Matrix. That's in my top 5 films.
No.
The Matrix.
I don't do it.
But you can't see... Because science fiction covers a whole range of different things. You can't just pigeonhole the whole of science fiction.
I can.
Because it taps into like humanity on so many different levels, and sometimes it's just like throwing out a philosophical problem and dealing with it, but also you've got the emotion there, you've got the...
Who directed Star Wars? Was it Steven Spielberg?
No, it's the guy with the massive neck. You know, he hasn't got a chin. Lucas.
Matt Lucas. Oh, not George Lucas. George Lucas.
Yeah, Matt Lucas directed Star Wars. Get all your knowledge about movies from this podcast.
I think that I probably... not serving myself well.
No, you're not.
In not watching them. I will one day get around to... I like reality. I like to be based in reality. I like to have a human connection with people.
Okay. The best science fiction reveals something about actual reality and humanity. You're doing that weird flared nostril thing at me that's saying, like, crack on, love, but I don't agree.
No, I think you're right. I think it can, because it can be reflective and all of those things. I just haven't seen one that...
Go and watch The Matrix and we'll discuss it.
Okay.
Okay? Take the blue pill. Mm-hmm. Another one of my favourite films, which I know, objectively... isn't a great film.
Right.
Peter's Friends.
Oh.
Have you seen it?
I don't think I have.
Stephen Fry, Hugh Laurie.
Oh, where the friend dies.
His dad's died.
No, I haven't. I've never seen it.
Because that came out, and it's a lot of it is when... See, I'm not I like Star Wars. Going back to that, the point I was going to make. I love Star Wars. I like watching it with my kids. I think it's good stories, but I don't love it in the way that my husband is absolutely just has this kind of nostalgic love for it. Yeah. Simply because it didn't come out. Yeah. It was already out by the time I was born. Yeah. And I think sometimes you need to be present when a film comes out to really feel that excitement forever about something. But Peter's Friends came out when I was kind of 13, something like that. And I was obsessed with comedy and sketch comedy, and particularly obsessed with Fry and Laurie. Like, utterly in love with Stephen Fry because I was weird. And then that movie came out, and that's why I love it. And I tried to see it at the cinema because it was a 15, I was 13. The woman wouldn't let me in.
I'm going to watch that.
And she said to my friend, she said, I'll let you in. And she pointed at me, she went, your face looks too round. You look much younger. I always remember that. She said, it's your face. It's the shape of your face.
You have a round
face. You
face.
don't look 15 because of the shape of your face.
Because adults don't have round faces.
I've still got a round face. Well, I'm very proud of it. But Peter's Friends, go and watch it.
I will. Now, I think I've made a faux pas.
Why?
I said I don't like science fiction.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy the Marvel ones.
Have the Marvel. Come on. Saw Endgame this week, right?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it on Saturday.
Do you not want me to spoil it for you?
No.
Yeah.
So is that science fiction?
Superhero.
Or is it science fact?
No, it's not science fact, you idiot.
Is there a thing called science fact?
Just fact. Yeah. No, I don't think superheroes really exist.
No.
Therefore, it's not a documentary.
No, I think
that needs to be made clear.
No.
But is a superhero film science fiction?
I don't know. It's comics, isn't it?
It's comics in it.
Yeah, but it is.
Well done.
Stan Lee wrote them.
Yes. No, he didn't write them. He had a hand in the creation of all the characters.
Oh, did he not? I thought he wrote all the comics.
No, but he's kind of he was instrumental. He's died, hasn't he?
He died. He was very old though. He was 91, I think.
I know, but I always love his little cameos. But he was kind of instrumental in the invention of all the characters, as I understand it. But occasionally I'm wrong. I mean, not often, but it might be that I'm wrong. Do you like scary films?
No.
Not at all? Have you seen any?
Yes, I've seen one scary film that I absolutely loved.
What?
The Quiet Place.
Oh, I've not seen that.
It is amazing. It has got Emily Blunt and her husband in it. I love her.
Yeah, but she's married to...
an American man.
Who was in The Office.
Yes.
Yes.
And yeah, he wrote and directed this scary film. It is so amazing. And he said it's like a love story to the family, and it really is. But it's the kind of film that makes you go like this.
Yeah, you're not making any sound.
That's what it makes you go like.
Okay.
Like literally everyone was on the edge of their seats.
Right.
And every time the movie made you jump, every single person in the audience
yeah.
Like that.
See, there's something quite nice about that. In a similar way to going on a roller coaster.
It is.
It's like you hate it, but you love it.
It is, but I felt really safe in it because he had done the film. Him and he had done it. And it's really...
Don't they call themselves the Clunts?
Yes, they do.
What's his name? Oh.
Yeah, something like that. And I just feel like I love that film. Yeah, I loved it so much.
But have you not seen like The Shining, The Exorcist?
I've seen The Shining. I've never seen The Exorcist.
I know The Shining is an awesome film. It's one of my brother's favourite films. But I didn't like it because I read the book first. And it has drifted wildly off the book.
Now he's
and
a
to
really
me
good
just
actor.
Doesn't really make sense.
So Jack Nicholson is a really, like, have you seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
I love that film.
I've
also seen it in the theatre, and that was awesome.
But I do love Jack Nicholson. I think
he is amazing.
Would you like to know my all-time favourite actor?
Yeah, but can we talk about scary films a bit more? Because I did have a big... No, go on. All-time favourite actor.
I have seen, right, Nightmare on Elm Street, and that absolutely...
I couldn't watch that.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
See, that's just freaking me out already.
See, I know.
The films like that kind of, they just scare the bejesus out of me.
Like,
I've seen some scary films, and I used to quite like a zombie film. I love 28 Days Later. I think that is such a good film. There's Cillian Murphy, and he's just awesome.
He's so awesome.
Good Lord.
My favourite zombie movie, is the Brad Pitt one. But the X-Wars or the X...
Oh, the Z
thing. Yeah, that is a really great movie. When they...
Yeah. I love a zombie film. Don't do a zombie sound, for God's sake.
I wouldn't...
When I was 17, the film Scream came out, and I know that's quite lame in terms of horror.
That's not scary.
It is. I'm sorry. The film Scream is scary, particularly if you're 17. You're not really used to watching horror films. And let me tell the story. Okay. Don't be like all the time. Yeah. Like, I've got something good. You're just going to list other actors whose names you can't remember.
Yeah, you did a great job on that.
So I went to the cinema with my boyfriend. Now my husband.
Yes.
Really? Mm-hmm. So I went to the cinema to see Scream, okay? Mm-hmm. And I hadn't ever been to this... I'd seen some scary films, but I hadn't ever been to the cinema to see a scary film.
Right.
Okay, so we went to see Scream, and it scared the living crap out of me. The Drew Barrymore bit at the beginning, when she's being phoned up, and then she's being stabbed, and her parents are coming home, and she's trying to get sound out to scream, and you can't. It's really like a nightmare. Yeah. Like all of that, and the mask, and it was like... just horrible. And because when you're in a cinema watching a scary film, you can't get away from it.
No.
If you're at home, you can put a cushion in front of you, you can walk out the room and come back.
Yeah.
When you're in the cinema, you feel like you're there, and that's the beautiful thing about the cinema. But it scared the living crap out of me. We then went home. I was living in a small house with my friend at the time, who was out. You give me a look that says I'm not listening remotely to this story.
I am engaged.
So, just seen this film, very scared, went back to a dark house, got in there, and then suddenly realised we're out of cat food. Okay, so Matt says, don't worry, I'll go and get cat food from the garage. So I'm not sure I want to be in the house on my own. He's like, no, you'll be fine. Put the lights on. You'll be fine. Okay. So he goes out, and I'm in the house on my own, and still kind of quite shaky, right? And I'm out the back in the kitchen making a cup of tea or whatever. And I'm not even kidding you. Suddenly, all the lights go out in the house. And I was just freaking out. And then I suddenly realised, because we had like zero money at the time, it's because the electricity meter had run out. So I knew that I had to get to the front door and outside to press the emergency £5 button on the electricity. So I was like gearing myself up, like I've got to walk through this completely pitch black house. I'm still shaking with fear. So how I did that was I sang Kumbaya. Very loudly.
That's
as I was working my way through the house going Kumbaya. And then I just about got to the front door and put my hand like on the latch, and the door flew open, and it was Matt with cat food.
Oh, terrible.
And I did actually screech a little bit.
You screamed because of Scream.
I did scream because of Scream. But I don't know if that was the best story now I've said it out loud. I don't know. In my head it feels quite a good story, but then I said it out loud and I thought it's not the best story, is it? What do you think? Out of 10 for that story?
3.
3.5.
4. Let's go with the 4.
Thanks.
I think the 4's a
all right.
good one.
I'm happy with that.
I would always die in a horror film. Firstly, I'm the fat girl. When do fat girls ever survive?
It's true.
They never survive.
No, it's not true that you're a fat girl, but it is true.
They never survive, and they never get the man.
To be fair, it'd be rare to see a large woman in a film without it being a thing.
Yeah, without her being the funny
it's a
best
thing.
friend.
Like, I'm fat, that's a thing. You're the funny best friend, or you're Melissa McCarthy, and then it's like a part of your character. I love her, by the way. But
or
do you know
you're
what I mean?
Wilson, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like a thing. You're not just going to have a character in there, she's big and she's one of the main stars.
No.
We're not going to make mention of her weight.
No.
She just happens to be there.
No.
That doesn't happen.
No.
So yeah, you would die a grisly death.
Yes, very early on in the film.
Probably a comical one.
Yes, but I think, probably what, eating and choking or something like that.
Something like that.
So, but I do feel though, I mean...
The zombie eating you and choking on you.
Yeah. I mean, in the people's making movies defence, I would be the first.
The people's making movies
defence.
Yeah.
I would be the first one to die. Like, if a zombie is chasing me, I am not going to run away from it. Because when Darren chases me up the stairs, I wet myself. I just think, like...
Do you actually wet yourself?
Oh, a little bit. I get that hysterical, like...
Yeah, I mean, we've said if there's a zombie attack, then we will be the first to die, because I'm just going to go out there and go, just get me.
Yeah.
I want to be one of you. I don't want to feel the fear.
And a zombie isn't going to care if I wet myself. You know, they're not going to... Like, Darren cares. If I go, no, don't, I wet myself, he will stop.
Yeah.
You know, he'll laugh, but he'll stop. And I just think a zombie isn't going to stop. They're not going to care that...
That you've wet yourself.
Yeah.
You have a strange way of looking at things.
I just think that's a good valid point. That I
don't think it is. I think it's a weird point about your urinary problems.
You just told a story about Kumbaya.
There are some films that you watch once and they really affect you,
yes.
but you don't want to watch again.
Yes.
I would say in that list for me would be Schindler's List.
Oh.
I think it's an amazing film, but I couldn't watch it again.
No.
The film Threads, have you seen Threads? I think it was a made-for-TV film in the early 80s about nuclear war.
Oh.
British film, and it's really, really disturbing.
Where the Wind Blows, is that one?
Yeah, exactly. The whole nuclear war thing. And I'm really glad I've seen it, but I couldn't watch that again. Couldn't put myself through that.
Schindler's List.
Yeah.
Now that I went to see it by myself.
Oh, wow.
Because I love going to movies by myself. Like, that's my favourite.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'd feel weird.
Love going to... I don't really want... I like going with my husband because he doesn't tell me his opinions too much on stuff, on movies. I'm not always keen to hear anyone else's feelings on a movie, particularly if it's a movie that's touched me.
So how's this podcast working for you?
Well, this is all right because it's out of context. Like, but if I've gone to a movie, like Schindler's List, and no one left the movie for a long time after Schindler's List ended.
No,
people just sat there.
Right.
And I think that was a real... I think it was a very... I mean, clearly, it's going to be an emotive subject. There's no way around that film that you can't leave and not be touched by that film.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful movie.
It is an incredible movie. I like it when people react in the cinema. And I love a round of applause at the end of a film.
Oh.
And we had that in Marvel Endgame on Saturday.
Really?
The whole cinema applauded.
I love a round
and
of
I
applause.
love that.
I love it. We had that when I went to see Bohemian Rhapsody. Talking of which, Bohemian Rhapsody probably is one of my
love
favourite
that
films.
film.
That is a love story to Freddie right there.
It is.
And I don't think we can talk about movies without talking about Olivia Colman and how incredible she is.
She is incredible.
I've just talked on a very monotone level.
You have.
But
You went a bit
she
weird
is-
there. You went a bit weird about Olivia Colman.
I love her. I really... Her and Tom Hanks, I think, would really enjoy me.
What films make you laugh? Christopher Guest films make me laugh.
Oh,
Come on.
yeah.
A Mighty Wind.
He-
Obviously Spinal Tap.
Yeah, I think he's really funny.
And obviously he's married to Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes.
And you know how they got together? Like she saw a picture of him in an article
Right.
and said, I'm going to marry him.
Really?
And then made it happen.
No way.
And they're still married.
I love a Jamie Lee Curtis interview. She's totally awesome when she speaks. Like,
Anything Emma Thompson is in, I'm all over. I love her. I have a bit of a girl crush on her.
I love Emma Thompson. I love her in the same way I love Annie Lennox, though. Like, they're whole women.
They're whole women.
They're whole women. They're like...
What do you mean by a whole woman? Who's a
just
half
like
a woman?
A woman with loads of levels and depth and
Like myself.
has really thought about stuff and has really gone
Like myself.
and has really, I just think like she's really thought about what she's saying. I don't really think about what I say.
Do you not? I've not noticed that in any way.
I just generally open my mouth and hope
something comes out.
Something comes out. You know.
80s films.
Oh.
I'm thinking Lost Boys. We covered Ferris Bueller is just amazing.
You just need to stop right there and say the
Eminently
Breakfast
quotable.
Club.
Breakfast Club. Absolutely.
I don't like the Lost Boys.
John Hughes films.
Don't like it.
You don't like the Lost Boys?
like
Come
it.
on.
Don't like
Seriously?
it. Don't like it.
Oh, it's such a cool film.
No, didn't enjoy it. First two, no. Although I am now being a hugely inappropriate parent and letting my daughter watch the vampire ones.
Which vampire ones?
You know, the big famous vampire ones. What are they called?
Oh, I like them.
What are they called?
See, they're terrible, but I like them.
What are they?
You know, the, Twilight.
Twilight.
There we go.
Yes. I'm sure they're really inappropriate for my 9-year-old to watch.
Yeah.
But she's loving them, like loving them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
No, I don't think they're that inappropriate. Oh, they're a bit violent.
A bit violent, they are. I think they are a little bit violent and probably a little bit mature. But I watch them with her and she's just...
My son loves The Hunger Games. I mean, I love The Hunger Games.
Yeah.
He watched the first. He's read the books and he watched the first one.
Yeah, my son knows.
But that's like children killing children.
I know,
so I did
right?
kind of think it's probably not really that appropriate.
I know.
Don't know.
But 80s
But then
films...
there's a strong moral compass to them. And
There
I do
is.
know how you like that phrase.
I do like Strong Moral Compass. Now, but I tell you what, an 80s film I watched the other day and it was dreadful.
Mm-hmm.
Teen Wolf.
Give me a keg of beer.
He becomes a wolf and
Yep, obviously.
doesn't question it in any way, shape or form.
Doesn't he?
No. Yeah, it's a dreadful film.
But Michael J. Fox is
He's a
awesome.
hero. Yeah, but is he a hero because he's got Parkinson's? Do we just go, like, I can't think... Oh,
I
wow.
don't think I wouldn't call him a hero. I just think he's a good actor who's got Parkinson's. Do we think of him as a hero?
You know, like he is. I mean, to live with what he's going through and still be performing and all the stuff he does, I think is incredible.
Also, he looked 15 until he was about 50.
I think he still kind of looks that young.
He's still got that look about him.
Like yeah.
Do you like a kung fu movie?
Yes.
Do you? Have you seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
Yes, I have.
Do you love that film?
Yeah, I do love that film.
Because it's beautiful as well, and the fighting they're doing is like dancing.
Yeah.
It's just...
It was a little bit above me. It was a little bit arty for me.
I like a Bruce Lee film.
I like Bruce Lee. I really fancy Bruce Lee.
Well, who doesn't fancy Bruce Lee?
I know. Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, but do you know what my favourite Quentin Tarantino film is? Yes, I said Tarantino. Skip past that. I love Pulp Fiction. I love all of them. Actually, I haven't seen Reservoir Dogs. Anyway, no. Do you know what my favourite... Stop dancing randomly. My favourite my favourite Tarantino film is True Romance.
Oh.
Which he didn't direct, but he wrote.
Christian Slater.
Yeah, I just love that film.
I love True Romance.
Because it's beautiful, and the relationship between the two of them. Yeah, it's like his film, but he didn't direct it.
Oh.
I just love it. In fact, I'm thinking I might watch that tonight.
I love a bit of Quentin. I like that he unapologetically has violence, and he will not. And I
quite like a violent film, though.
I like a violent film.
It's why I go against the whole kind of chick flick, kind of, women don't like... No, I do. I love that. Loads of women I know love a violent film.
Yeah. I don't like violence if it... Like, because I think Quentin Tarantino is more cartoony violence. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's gratuitous.
You keep saying Quentin instead of Quentin.
Quentin.
Mm-hmm.
Quentin. There's no difference.
Yeah, Quentin.
One of my favourite films is Elizabethtown.
I've never seen it.
It is...
Or, I'd go further, heard of it.
It's got Orlando Bloom in it.
Oh, I see, he bores me to tears. There is nothing interesting about Orlando Bloom.
Whoa, where did that kind of venom come from?
I just think he's dull. Just really, really dull.
I'd do it.
I've got nothing. No. Why?
Yeah.
You'd get bored halfway through. Just looking at that boring face.
Watch Elizabethtown, you'll feel differently about him.
Do you think?
It's about failure, like a total failure.
Okay.
And it's not just like, oh, he failed and then, oh, he's going to do really well again. Like, it's this process of failure, and what does that mean? Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, it doesn't sound like the most exciting film. There's a bloke that I think is dull talking about what does failure mean. Like, really?
It's really good.
My worst film in the world,
mm-hmm.
There's lots of sort of obvious worst films. I'm not going to go with that.
No.
Twister. Twister is the most appalling, idiotic, moronic arse gravy of a film. The script is absolutely appalling.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
just
mm-hmm.
obvious nonsense. Mm-hmm. And it's badly acted and it's predictable. Mm-hmm. And I just think it's absolute twat bollocks.
I think you say that, and then there are films in the world called Sharknado.
Yeah, but that knows it's rubbish. Snakes on a Plane knows it's like it's going for that. Mm-hmm. But Twister thought this is a big epic disaster movie.
And it wasn't.
And it's just pants.
I think I can top you on that film of the most dreadful film ever.
Do it.
Magic Mike.
Never seen it. But that's got beautiful naked men in it.
It made me feel embarrassed to be a woman in the film.
Oh, really?
People
I think it would me.
I was like, no. It's like the whole thing was strippers. You know, like
yeah.
When like women go and see strippers, mm-hmm. the stripper still has the power in the moment. You know,
yeah.
Like when men go and see women strip, the men have the power.
Yeah.
And it was like that the whole time. It was just awful and so badly acted.
Oh, really?
Like. Yeah, like it was like they went off, like totally forgot their lines. It was that badly acted.
Oh.
It seemed they totally forget their lines. And
okay.
Channing Tatum, I think, is now coming into his own, but he was a stripper, so he's done well. Good job. But it is just a dreadful, no.
I won't watch
and it has got one of my favourite actors in it. All right.
Yeah. What's his name? Can you remember his name?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got him in it. Welcome to Movie Talk with Dementia.
Kids films, I love them.
Oh, Pixar. There's not been a bad Pixar film. Hang on, Cars 2. But apart from Cars 2...
Oh, I enjoyed Cars 2. No, the aeroplane one they made of that was quite bad.
Oh, very bad.
No, but they are coming out with Toy Story 4. Now, that is something to get excited about, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it's not. No. Wait, whoa. That is something to get utterly depressed about. They have made the best trilogy. I mean, I like The Godfather, but I'm sorry. Toy Story is the best film trilogy. It is perfect in its story arcs, the beautiful, sad, bittersweet ending, which is the end of childhood that just makes me cry every time. And you came out of that last movie just thinking, wow, like they nailed it. Who knew they could stretch that to 3 films and still have you just totally in love with these characters? And then they go, I'm going to make a 4th one. Like, what? But these characters have come to this beautiful ending. And no, I am livid, Kirsty, livid that they've made a 4th one.
It's got Tom Hanks in it.
Yeah, but it makes me disappointed in Tom. I mean, I'm going to let him know. I'm going to let him know.
No,
I'm going to send him an email.
I think you'll be...
A very stiff email.
Pleasantly surprised by Tom Hanks. I think you will be blown away by it because they've
How are they going to top it?
Because they have left it so long.
Yes,
it's not like they just went movie. No, they went.
They went movie, and then they went, oh, what are we going to do now? Well, everyone likes Toy Story.
Oh,
let's do another one of them.
No,
that's easy.
I think you're going to be hugely shown wrong. I think Pixar. Pets, I love.
That's not Pixar.
No, but I love it.
Life of Pets.
Yeah.
Really?
Love that. I love it.
But why are you staring at my feet? Did I just kick you? Sorry, that wasn't intentional. It wasn't about the Toy Story thing. Take that, you bitch. No, Life of Pets. And yes, I like Sing and...
Oh, I enjoy them.
All those films, they're kind of okay. And I watch them with my kids, but I'm a bit bored of them now.
What about Up?
I like the film. I love the film Up. I would say I love the film Up. I'm going to upgrade that. I adore the film Up.
We started like, you're building up.
Yeah, I'm going up and up.
Oh, now that. I love that.
I did like Trolls.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I really...
do death in a cartoon. I love death in a cartoon.
Oh, but we're all still, like they say different generations are really traumatised by the movies. Like Bambi traumatised an entire generation. And then Nemo.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning, his mum and all his siblings die.
I love that movie.
In most of these films, though...
Watership Down.
It is... Yeah, blimey. It's male characters and often their relationships with their fathers that are the issue. Yeah. From everything from Lion King to... I'm trying to think of other... Give me another film. Give me another film.
Nemo.
Fathers and Sons.
But
I love the film Brave.
Oh.
It's one of the very few films that really just concentrates on the mother-daughter, but it's not like a girly film, like my sons love it.
Yeah.
But it really concentrates on that relationship. Again, that's Emma Thompson, you see. She plays the mum.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Brave. Brave. Yes, I like that.
What are you doing?
I did...
What? Literally, what are you doing?
Once we did it, I did a pub quiz.
Sometimes I think you have issues.
I did. We did.
Serious issues.
I like a pub quiz, right?
Yeah.
Like a pub quiz.
Is this in any way relevant?
Yes, because one of the questions from the movie, Brave, and the friend of mine who I was doing the quiz with, went, I know what the movie is. Brave. Brave. Right. So there was a context to that.
Okay, but there was a context in your head that's not in any way... I mean, apart from you and the people at that pub that night...
I was on holiday at the time.
There's not a broader context to that.
No.
Nutter. Absolute nutter. One of my favourite places to go is the Warner Brothers studio for Harry Potter.
Right.
Mostly because I like to stare at Snape's outfits.
Yes.
And I get a little bit lustful. But no, I love the Harry Potter films.
They are so magical. They
are so magical. And I think I watched them as an adult, obviously as an adult.
Right.
And I think me and my husband kind of watched the first 2 and then got a bit bored. But then we had kids who grew up, and when we watched it with them, that's when I really started loving it. When you share that magic with your kids.
Yeah, she's done well, isn't she?
J.K. Rowling, she's doing all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I check in on her now and again, author to author. So you're doing all right? Do you need some help with your bills? She's all right. She's doing all right. I love Harry Potter because and that's the magic of film right there.
Yeah.
You can share it with your kid and just go somewhere else for a couple of hours.
But I think every film is magical. Even like the really terrible ones, because it takes you, for me, to go to the movies. Like, I sit there.
They take you out of reality, don't they?
And as soon as the lights go down, I get like really excited.
I still do. I do.
And like, I don't want anyone to talk. Now I get really irritated when.
Do you do the glare? I do the glare. I had to do it the other day in Endgame. Kids behind me who had parents next to them. They were like 12, 13. They're old enough to know better. Kept talking.
There's no reason.
And I did when you turn around and you just like...
My
and
mum,
still, their parents didn't pick up on that.
Yeah,
I was glaring.
Like, my mum goes to the movies like about 2 or 3 times a week. She loves the movies,
Wow.
like, hugely. She's all like, I don't understand why anyone has to go to the toilet in the movies. If you can't hold a wee, don't go.
Wow, that's harsh. I occasionally have to do a wee.
I do sometimes have to do it, especially... Now, that's one thing I'm upset about, though. Mm-hmm. I'm upset about this. Not quite as angry about you as
Toy Story
4.
Don't talk to me about Toy Story 4.
Is the length of movies. It's got to stop.
Yeah, Endgame is over 3 hours.
Now, I've heard that's manageable, and I'm excited to see it.
It is, because a lot happens, but I still think if you can't say what you're saying in 2 hours, then
I'm sorry.
something's gone wrong with the
It
editing.
needs to be an hour and 30 minutes. Movies should be an hour and 30 minutes. I've always been an hour and 30 minutes.
I can go up to 2 hours. I'm all right with that.
I do, often. I mean,
I don't think it should go over 2 hours.
No, but I think an hour and 30 is a perfect... And sometimes I think editing lets a movie down. There was some films... Shazam. I felt...
Shazam? What was Shazam? Remind me.
It's a superhero film. It's called Shazam.
Oh, that, yeah, no, I'm with you. Yep, sorry.
Although my husband says I say Shazam.
Shazam?
Shazam.
Wow. Rhymes with Edam. Mm-hmm.
You know when you say mom?
I don't say mom.
Yeah,
I've
but
never
when you
met
meet the queen, or should you say ma'am? Because I think...
You should say ma'am, apparently.
The rhymes with ham.
Yeah.
Not
no.
mom, the rhymes with palm.
No. What's your point,
Yes,
honey?
ma'am.
Like, get to... I did just call you honey. That was random. What was that?
Yes, honey.
What's
up,
your
dear?
point, sweetie pie? Come on. Come on, pickle.
Well, I'm not sure. Oh, editing.
Yes.
If the film isn't edited well, it really irritates
I think it's
me.
the same with books.
Right.
And you can tell, actually, going back to J.K. Rowling, and I will say this to her face next time we meet, is that the 7 books get fatter and fatter and fatter. And basically because her editor, at that point, is going, well, it's J.K. Rowling. I don't really want to tell her that she needs to massively cut
is that
that
why?
down. Yeah, I think it's just she could just get away with anything then. And they are way too long. Way too long.
I like to think to myself, what is this movie trying to say? And I think that's when the editing comes in. Because if, like, things are out of context and you're going, well, where did that come from? I'm not really sure where... Oh, they said that, but that came out of nowhere. And I just think I want a movie to speak to me on all levels.
God, Lost in Translation. How do you mention that? Going to mention that quickly, just because.
Oh, because it's got the
awesome.
divine Bill Murray in it as well, who is just
Come on, Bill Murray.
a genius.
Love him. I think this podcast has very much been like 2 old women in an old people's home, kind of
Reminiscing.
lost their memory.
Yeah.
Trying to have an interesting conversation, trying to reminisce, but not really having the wherewithal to make it go anywhere.
No. I think I knew more than you did.
No, you didn't. Did you? So what's your final thoughts with films?
I like them.
Can you not say something about it? Takes us out of our reality.
It takes us out.
And it's the perfect creative form.
I think the fact is that we've established that movies are good.
Yeah.
We like
movies.
We think people should go to movies. Oh,
If you've never been to a movie,
Go to one.
might want to try it. It might be your thing.
but take your popcorn from Poundland because the popcorn is extortion. The popcorn will cost you more than the movie itself.
So yeah, movies, go see them. And also, with podcasting, I keep reading that you're supposed to say, please like and share
Oh,
and review us favourably.
give us 5 stars.
Yeah, tell your friends.
Just if you want us to shut up, just
Yeah.
give us 5 stars and say stop, we're done.
If we get 50 favourable reviews, we'll shut up.
50 favourable.
Yeah, that's a promise.
But I don't mind because your son and my mum love it. And I just think if if that's all we please, I think that's,
Big shout out to Toby and Rowena. There you go. They'll love that. Anyway, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.
Have a good week.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Take care. Lots of love. Yeah.
I love you.
Kirsty and Rebecca will be back next week with a whole new round of this oddly captivating bollocks. So you may as well listen in.